Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Silver Dad Knows. This is Silver Dad, and my goodness, do we have a treat for you this evening. Check it out. 1928 Mercury dime. 1928. Have you seen a nicer one in this condition? I think not. 1928. That was actually when the crisis began. It was at the end of 1928, leading into the Great Depression. Many argue that that's where we're at right now in 2024. We're about to hit a dip, or we might have already hit that dip. 1889 Silver Morgan. Look at the condition on this sucker. Just gorgeous. Constitutional silver, American silver, quote unquote junk silver. Yeah, it's funny. This junk silver, this coin specifically, could easily sell for $500-600. I don't like that phrase junk, but that's what they're calling it. Yet it's selling for $500-600. But this coin, guys, I mean, this is what I'm buying now. Regardless of all the silver I've been stacking, I want to emphasize the necessity of stacking Mercury dimes and Silver Morgans. Mercury dimes, Silver Morgans. And of course, you want to have this Canic. All the firearms I have, it's what the military uses or what our police force uses. Because if it's good enough for them, you best believe it's good enough for me. This is the wealthiest currency. This is the richest currency. That's why I'm stacking on it. And you know, it's funny how modern universities are teaching our youth everything else but how to invest their hard-earned money. They don't teach the importance of having a great education. They don't teach the importance of having great credit. They don't teach the importance of balancing a checkbook. No, instead, they'd rather teach about gender ideology because they want the youth to be financially ignorant and thus oppressed. This is all being done on purpose, guys. I mean, don't be foolish. This is all being done on purpose. And supposedly, they're preparing our children for the real world, yet the real world does not entertain even half of their idiotic ideas. The real world and our government will only respect you based off the wealth and status that you hold. This is not an opinion, just a fact. And when we're talking about wealth and status, what's status? Having a clean record, having great credit, having a good paying job. Doesn't have to be the best paying job, just having a good paying job and having something to show for it. What do you show for it? Your house, your silver, your firearms, your children, your wife. It's all status. Who are you? And you know, I've even told buddies of mine who, they're not married yet. And just like me, I was afraid to get married. They're afraid to get married. But I tell them every time, of course, assuming I know they're girls, and I'm giving them good advice. I'm not going to sway them away. It's like, hey, if I know you're with a good woman, I'm going to tell you you're with a good woman. And I'll tell them, it's like, dude, one of my buddies is about to marry a lawyer. It's like I told him the other day, I was like, bro, wake up. You're going to get married to a lady who's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She loves you. You've been with her for already 12 years. Why the hell haven't you married her? Why the hell haven't you given her a child? And I said, when my customers see me and they see my wedding ring, they respect me more. And I know for a fact they respect me more because when I see a person with a wedding ring, a man with a wedding ring, I know that he has his shit together. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. That's how everybody here thinks, guys. You respect others more based off what they have. Because if they have something to show. That means that they're responsible. That means that they're worth something. That means that they're worth your time. And guys, we've already realized that time is the most, it's the most expensive thing on the world. It's the most expensive thing that we know is time. It's not even comparable what time is. And it's just so expensive. It's obvious now that a depression, that's what's required to move the needle forward for the betterment of our economy. America's on the edge of prosperity because it's forgotten about God, and now it's going to be judged. This is an internal decline. Same thing happened to the Roman Empire. It degraded from within. And you know why this is happening, guys? Because the globalists are in charge. And they're pushing for a one world government like never before. That's their ultimate goal, a one world government. The reset is here. And the erosion of the middle class is at full speed. Look at English and math scores. I mean, look at them, guys. English and math scores. They're at an all-time low here in America with our youth. Why do you think that is? Because the schools are teaching nothing but garbage. Kids aren't even being taught to write cursive anymore. It's shameful. We are living, and this is, to put it in simple terms, we're living during America's suicidal collapse. We're destroying ourselves. How we prepare today will define the lives of our child and our grandchildren, our children and our children's children. And inflation is these are just the facts, guys. Inflation is going to get so much worse. And while they get so much worse, automation and technology, it's going to play a massive role in job losses. It already is. How could things possibly get better? I mean, they're not going to. So you want to do things right? Increase your salary. Stack up on silver. And make sure you have enough food and water. God forbid a major crisis occurs. They're occurring all over the world. Do not be ignorant, believing they won't occur here. The crises are global. And they're already telling everybody left and right that they're global, guys. America has just been so lucky that we have not fallen victim continually the way the rest have. But things can change very quickly and overnight. The same way people become poor and rich overnight, America can collapse overnight. And that's why I created this channel, guys, because I want to steer you in the right direction. I want you to know what's going on. I've showed every single one of my firearms so far in my videos. And sadly, I only have 3 firearms. I want to buy an AR. I want to buy a shotgun. I have a lot of bullets. I have my Canik here. In my last video, I showed my Glock 43, which police officers use. And then in one of my first videos, I showed my 9mm Ruger's security pistol. Guys, I only use the best of the best. I only stack the best of the best. And I would be lying to you right now if I told you I was not trying to become as rich as I could possibly be. This is one of my strategies. Yes, I stack silver. Yes, I'm very aggressive in my career. But aside from that, I have cryptocurrency. I have real estate. I have firearms. I have food. I have water. I have bullets. This is how all of you should be thinking as Americans, as people who love themselves and their families. If you want to do things smart, forget about your grades. Forget about your salary. Get your household in order. Silver is a necessity. Do you want to join the rich? Do you want to move up the ranks? Do you want to surpass the middle class? Because the future of America, you're either rich or poor. And I assure you, the poor, They are not going to have silver. They are not going to have guns. They are not going to have food or water. These are just the facts, guys. Let's wake up and let's look around at the world around us. As always, I'm here to lead and I'm here to learn. I'm here to bless. I'm here to be blessed. You go down in my description, guys, you'll see all the coins I have for sale. I have an amazing collection. I had one of my subscribers hit me up actually just less than an hour ago. I loved it. I replied to him already. But guys, that's what it's about. Connection. I love what I have. I love who I am. And I love where I'm from. Pray for America. And as always, God bless America.